everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to talk about Dupixent, as you can see by the title. I am no longer on Dupixent and I have not been on it for about 6 months. I started it in October of last year, I believe. I have a couple of other videos about my experience with it if you wanted to check those out. As most of y'all probably already know, Dupixent is the cure for eczema. And so, I had a lot of experience with it and trying it for the last year, and just in the last 6 months I quit taking it. I quit ordering it from my pharmacist and everything, or doctor, whoever, I don't know, my fiance does that part, but whoever gets it to me, my doctor, I quit doing it. So, I wanted to talk to y'all about that today, and please don't judge me by this video. It's going to be a very different video. I do have holistic people that do help me, and something that I've had eczema for my entire life. Something that I've never heard before that really, really, really helped me. It's something mental that has to do with just the way you view things. So this is a video specifically for people that are at the point where you just need something to fix your skin. If you have mild eczema, this probably won't be much of interest to you, but if you're just completely miserable like I was and you're just looking for a forever fix, then please keep watching. So I quit taking Dupixent about 6 months ago. I said it in my last Dupixent video. I've never been a big believer that you should live off of prescription medication. I'm not really into prescription medication. I'd rather heal myself with foods, which I've been doing, and all kinds of stuff. So when it comes to medication though, I do know a lot of people that love medication and don't love it. If you're one of the people that doesn't love it, I've gone through depression before, and I relate it to this. One time, one of my close friends was going through a lot, and my other friend was saying to her to not get on depression medication because it's prescription and blah, blah, blah. Well, I do agree you shouldn't live your life on depression medication because that's just a band-aid. It's not an actual cure for the inner issues you're having. I do think if you are so far over the edge, like with depression or with your eczema or whatever it is, you do need prescription medications to bring you back to center. My skin was so incredibly bad that nothing was fixing it. It was just a nightmare. So I think it was important that Dupixent did help bring me back. And for my friend that had depression, she was really, really deep into it. So having that medication bring her back to reality and being present, I think that's really important to keep in mind if you're completely against medication. That being said, I don't think I want to live my life off of medication ever. I'm not into any types of medication really, unless I absolutely have to do it, and for my skin, that's what I needed. So I just started weaning off of the Dupixent shots. Not that I really enjoyed giving myself the shots anyway. So I slowly quit taking the shots, and my skin was fine. And my skin was clear. And then I moved into this house about a little over a month ago, and my skin, I kind of forgot I had eczema there for the first time in my life. I literally completely forgot about my skin and having bad skin issues. To be honest, in some of my apartments in the past, my bathrooms are just covered with oils, lotions, products, everywhere, all over the counter. And whenever we moved into this house, after a few weeks, I realized the bathroom is really empty. It's just my body lotion and my face lotion, and that's it. Normally, I have all kinds of products to help keep my skin at bay, especially oils and all kinds of stuff that just, and then I go to bed covered in oils, and it's just not a fun thing to do. So it's insane that I have 2 products. I wear regular clothes now. I don't get my clothes all greasy because for a while that was happening. And I don't have to juice every day. While I do juice a lot, I used to have to juice so incredibly much. It was so much money, which of course I see the value in it for my body and my health, but it was overwhelming amount of juice. So it's nice that now I only juice once a day or less. Actually, in the last 2 weeks, I probably only juiced 4 times a week, which is the least I've juiced in a long time. So, that being said, let's get into the part where you judge me. I'm just kidding. Hopefully some of y'all won't judge me, because I know some people think holistic stuff is just total crap, so that's fine if you do. You're welcome to leave, or you're welcome to hang out and listen. If you have any questions about this subject, leave them down below. I'm kind of nervous to talk about it. Anyway, so I'll just get it out there. I have a life coach. I have healers as well, which someday I'll make a video about that, but we'll see if people actually want to see that. So my life coach in LA, I went to him, and when I say life coach, people that help me like in holistic ways and things like that, I don't go to them and take everything they say verbatim. I'm not like, yes, tell me more. Like, I know some people that view what they say religiously, and I think that's really unhealthy. I look at it as he's giving me tools to put in my toolbox. I don't have to put all of them in there, but stuff that helps me is great. So after a session with my life coach at the end of class, it was a class, but at the end of class, I went up to him and I said, hey, I have really severe eczema, and I was just thinking, like, do you think that there's something to do mentally that could affect my skin other than, you know, I'm eating healthy, I'm doing all these things, what's wrong? And he looked at me directly and said, it's problems at work. And my mind was like, what? Like, my mind was like running circles, but it was really late at night because like the class ends late or whatever, so I was just so mind blown. Like, he knew the answer right away, that it's problems at work. So I thought, what the heck are you talking about, man? Obviously, like, I didn't want to waste his time, so I left and just thought about it. And when I look back to the worst problems I've ever had with my skin, it is directly, in a creepy way, correlated to stress at work and being unhappy. I'm a very creative kind of girl, so I need to be into the creative field, which is why I do social media management and influencer coordinator stuff, which I really enjoy. But when I look at the times when my skin completely let go, it would be when I left College Station, Texas, to my hometown, because I know some people enjoy my hometown, and that's great for them. Like, if they love it, great, more power to you. I love my hometown as well. But for me, I had always viewed leaving my college to go to my hometown as a failure in myself. And that was actually when my skin basically exploded all over my body, and just like, I couldn't wear proper clothing, I couldn't take off my clothes to shower because they were stuck to me from all my wounds, and I have a whole video on it. I don't want to get into it today, but that was one of the times. I mean, I was so unhappy. I was so unhappy with my work, with my job. I felt guilty because I couldn't carry a job very much because I was wearing basketball pants and extra large t-shirts all the time. Just a huge, huge mess. That I think of when I moved to Los Angeles. When was my skin bad? I can tell you directly the worst time of my skin. It would be not only when I was in Colorado, but when I had problems at work. I guess I'll tell you the story. So, what had happened was I was working for this company. A handful of y'all know which company it is. That's totally fine. I was working for this company that I really liked, except one person in the company was a little off, and he just so happened to be the man in charge. I knew I was going to be going to Colorado for Christmas to meet my fiance's family, which was exciting. And I told my boss, the head of marketing, that I wanted to, or that I would be going to Colorado for Christmas. My job is also I'm social media, so I can do it remotely anyway. So I told him every 2 weeks for like 2 months up until Christmas or so. Like, I was always telling him, like, hey, friendly reminder, I'm going to be gone. He said, it's fine, great, good, whatever. So I ended up leaving to go to Colorado with my fiance, and as soon as I land, I get an email from the CEO of the company, and he completely ripped me apart for thinking it was even acceptable for me to go away for Christmas, that it's not okay, we're having all these issues that have nothing to do with me. Like, they had some issues I can't really talk about with like some of their products, but it had nothing to do with me whatsoever. Like, I do social media, I don't handle those issues. And so he just completely freaked out. Not only did he rip me apart, he sent a company-wide email about how it wasn't okay. He was going to take away people's keys, which is really stupid if you ask me, because if you take away someone's keys, they can't get in early to start work early, and they can't stay late to keep working late. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if y'all are picking up those pieces, but it was just a huge mess. And then when I got back to LA, I had a meeting with him, and he just was the Grinch. It was so bad, and that was when I started talking to recruiters. Anyway, so long story short, that was one of the worst times of my life with my skin. When I was in Colorado, yes, some of the weather did have small things to do with it, but weather does not affect my skin that bad to that extent. It was just so incredibly miserable. And then I look at other times when I was stressed out, and it's just directly correlated to work and stress with work. Mind blown. So that brings us to today, to the last 2 months or so. I started managing an account that I love. It's an activewear brand, and I love their clothes. I really like the people I work with. They're really cool. I work from home, which is even better because, you know, everything going on with my fiance's health. I can be here, and I don't have to drive across town, and the drives were stressful, and yeah. And this is also the same time that I forgot I had eczema, if you remember me saying that at the beginning of this video. So it's just insanely crazy how, like, that correlates. Like, this is the best my skin has ever been, and I am the happiest I've ever been. So if you're looking for options for your eczema and you have no idea what to do, I really recommend trying to focus on your happiness, especially with your career. Like, if you're creative and you're not doing something creative and you're looking for a sign, go do that whatever creative thing you want to do as your career. Like, you can totally do it. For years, people said I couldn't make a good living because I'm creative and I don't have a degree, and look at me now, man. It's possible. So, moral of the story, if you are kind of in a place where you don't know, maybe you can't get your hands on Dupixent or anything like that, focus on positivity, focus on gratitude. Every day I do different things with gratitude. If you watch the end of my house tour video, you'll see like some of the stuff I have up like right here in my office, and just focus on manifesting, law of attraction, your job, especially being happy with your job. If you're unhappy, what is the point? Like, it's life. Freaking, you could go tomorrow and die knowing you had a very unhappy, unpleasant job. I know so many people that are so unhappy. So, actually, speaking of that, one time I did leave a very well-paying job to go work at a nursing home because I wanted to be happier. So, do that. If you can do that too. You know, I love old people, so that's why I did that. That was in Texas anyway, so. If y'all have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below or DM me on Instagram if you would like a even quicker reply. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoy my videos, and if you have any other questions about eczema, please let me know. By the way, I am still on my diet for anyone that's interested. Just go to a holistic person and get your food allergies tested, and that is how I figured out my eczema diet. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for watching. Bye!